The visiting shunter. One day, Thomas and Percy were shunting in the yards when suddenly a new diesel showed up in the yard. "Why are you working here?" asked the diesel. "Our controller told us to do it. Because the majority of the engines on our railway are steam engines. It's been this way for many years." "Your controller must be mad," complained the diesel. "Shut up, new one," came a voice. It was one of the works diesels. You may have to forgive him. He's pretty new here, and it might take a while for him to get used to you guys." The new diesel sniffed and looked at his buffers. Later, at Tim of Sheds that night, James was complaining about the new diesel. He thinks he's better than us. Someone should at least preserve us and operate us. Who needs him? Later on the next day, James was off to fetch some freight cars when he came across the diesel. What is it?" asked James. "Oh, great, another steam engine. My goodness, you're far older than the ones I met earlier. You're ancient." "Shut up, new diesel," exclaimed the works diesel. James looked at the new diesel. "I hate to disappoint you, new one, but the majority of the engines on this railway are steam engines. It's been this way for many years, as you might know from Thomas and Percy." "Your controller must be mad," complained the diesel. "That's enough out of you, new diesel," said his driver. "This isn't the mainland. Sir Topham Hatt can operate his railway however he wishes." Later that day, the diesel had to take some stone trucks into a siding, and at the time there were no steam engines around. And he had a naughty idea. "If I sneak out of here while no one's around, no one will even know where I went." So the diesel went forward with his stone trucks quickly. Too quickly. The rails where some other diesels had been were all oily and slippery. "Brake box fire! I'm slipping!" he wailed. The diesel kept slipping on the track. He applied his brakes, but he kept slipping and slipping. And with a despairing scream of horror, the diesel shut his eyes as the trucks crashed into the buffers at the end of the ledge of the cliff. Then all the trucks, except one, plummeted off the cliff and into the ravine below. Luckily, the diesel stopped in time with one truck. But a dreadful draft came through the wreckage down below. The fat controller was very cross. "You have caused confusion and delay. Now you only have one truck left, because you crashed almost all the trucks off the cliff." "I'm sorry, sir," wailed the diesel. "I just wanted to get out." "Well, now you know that you must never go too quickly forward, especially if it's near a cliff. And thank goodness you didn't lose all the trucks, because then you could have been sold for scrap, or even sent to the back of the shed. But now for your punishment, new diesel, you'll be sent away back to the mainland, so you can think about what you've done." After the Diesel was sent away from the island, they had heard the story from Edward, who had helped clear up the wreckage on the lower line. Oh ho ho, chortled Henry. That Diesel came unstuck, did he? I say, Works Diesel. What does the Fat Controller call you? Versatile, he said. But that isn't what he called the new Shunter. That I could not exactly hear what he was saying, but I don't think the things he said were very polite.